Been there, done that.
I can't stand this thing.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
Actually, this works well. I wasn't expecting this. I'll take it.
Evolution.
Freeze! Unfreeze! Freeze! OBS? OBS?
This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play.
There we go. It would help if the mic was on. Oh my gosh. Welcome to my pod, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. Of course, I had tech issues starting. My boy Eternal was in here with me, but my Zoom decided to say no, of course, when I started. Yay! But anyway, welcome. Ultimate Team Tron. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you again, bro. The love of my life, Spooky. Thank you for stopping by, my love. I know you're busy. I appreciate you for coming by. And everyone that's seeing what's up. Thank you for being here. So tonight I'm basically here. Well, I'm basically going to start my pod reintroducing myself as I did the first time. You know, for the new faces that have added me on Twitter, YouTube, wherever, so everybody will get to know who I am. Now, of course, I'm not gonna tell you everything about myself because stalkers. So I'm not about that life, but I will tell you enough about who I am and everything. But first off, it feels good to be back. It's been a minute. I stopped podcasting I think last year, and I was using Discord at the time. Wasn't a fan of the video feature on there. So I was like, next time I podcast, I am using freaking Zoom. So bam, I got Zoom. I forgot to start that. Yay. Anyway, excuse me. So yeah. So before I get into who I am, feels weird talking about myself because usually I'm the opposite. I like to hear about the stories of others, but this is what it's about, so you guys know who I am. First of all, I've been, let's get into what kind of music have you guys been listening to lately? As for myself, I've been listening to just about, everything, like metal, reggaeton, salsa, whatever it may be that, spikes up my mood. You know what I mean? Or music from like movies that I grew up watching that I love, like Hackers. That's one of my favorite movies that I actually own on DVD. Loved that movie. I actually watched that movie in the movie theaters when I was a kid. Loved it. Love that movie still till this day. That movie never gets old. Let's see what else. As for movies, there's a lot of movies that I still haven't seen yet that I'm that I need to see. But recently I just got done watching Ma, and what's the second movie? Us. That, what's his name? Jordan Peele directed. Us. I think I liked Us better than Ma. Ma was silly. It wasn't that scary to me. It was silly. The Us movie, that movie was like freaking genius. And if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Same with Ma. Those, gosh, Us was actually unexpected, like highly unexpected. Due to you just have to watch it because I don't like to give away spoilers. Hopefully everything sounds okay on your guys' end because I don't like to be too loud. You know what I mean? So anyway, so those are the movies that I have currently watched. There's like Blue Beetle that I still got to see. There's some other stuff out there. Let's see what else. As for video games, I've been enjoying Starfield. I am currently, I kind of took a break from Starfield and started playing other stuff, but so far on my journey, I am working on the side missions now. Because I worked on the campaign first, so I haven't completed the campaign yet. Because before I continue, I want to work on the side quests. So that's what I'm working on right now, is working on the side quests. Princess Zelda! Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh, what an awesome surprise. Welcome. So yeah. So I'm enjoying Starfield and the journey so far, but yes, I'm currently working on the side missions. I took a break, but I got to get back into it and work on the side missions. So yeah, matter of fact, I'll probably do that like tomorrow maybe when I'm done doing whatever I need to do. Then I've been playing, what else have I been playing? Crap. There's another game I've been playing. Oh, so I've been playing Forza and then that Disney Speedway game. Oh my gosh, if you haven't tried the Disney Speedway game, it is so adorable. It's awesome. And the music is actually not bad. It has like some techno tracks on there. So because I thought the music was going to be like kiddie, you know, but it's actually really, it's for all ages basically. Like it's good. Like it had me headbanging. Like I'm like, this is cool. I like this, you know? So hold on, let me speed this up. Video's acting funny. Background video. But anyway, so yeah, I've been playing those games. I gotta get some more space for my Xbox because I'm running out of space. I keep getting rid of a game, adding a game, getting rid of a game, adding a game. So you know how that goes. So because I only have like a 4 terabyte attached to my Xbox, I gotta get an actual Xbox external memory card whenever I can. So that's the plan. What else? It's been a minute since I podcasted, so bear with me. I'm basically talking to my gaming family, but you know, when it's been a minute doing something that you love, you kind of get like, that's why I was scrambling earlier. I was like, oh my gosh, do I have everything in order? Let me double check this, let me double check that. But yeah, hopefully Eternal will be able to pop back in, but he just wanted to say a quick hello. I think he had something to do anyway, but he just wanted to say a quick hi before he had to go, I guess. Princess says Forza took a chunk of space. Yes, that's unfortunate when certain games take a lot of space, but it happens, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, like I gotta get some more space because we got a lot of games to play. So yeah, it is pretty crazy. Princess Zelda says, hey Spooky, always good to see you. But yeah, all right, so let's see where to start. So first of all, my name is Trinity. Hello, it's nice to meet you. I've been playing games since I was 5, I believe, 4 going on 5. My first system was freaking Super NES. Never owned an NES. I have a mini NES now, but I never owned like the actual NES console. So the Super NES console was my very first. And then what's the next one? Nintendo 64 was my next one. The Dreamcast, the PlayStation 2, the GameCube, and then let's see what else. The original Xbox, which I still have, the Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox the X. I don't have an S, but an X. So yeah, I pretty much have all the Xboxes except for the the other ones like S and the other ones, but most of them. Princess Zelda says, Spooky, we beat the story mode of Mortal Kombat. I still gotta get that game. Last week, it was awesome. Have you played it? Yeah, I gotta get the new Mortal Kombat. Oh my gosh. Like I have 10, 11, and then yeah, gotta get this one. Most definitely. Gotta reunite with my fighters. So yeah, those are the consoles, and then the handhelds that I grew up with is the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, which I still have, that came bundled with Tetris. I'm a puzzle head, so having Tetris bundled with the Game Boy back in the day was just a dream. Like, it was awesome. And then I bought some other games like Super Mario Land 1, Super Mario Land 2, and then some other games. Like I think I have like the Barbie game for it when I was in the Barbies at the time. And I think I have Killer Instinct on the original Game Boy. Home Alone, which I still have as well. And there's like some other games. Spooky says, I started on an old school Atari. I never played the Ataris. My brother and sister has, like back in the day, but I've never touched an Atari. So yeah. Ultimate Tron says, a story with a Commodore 64 then to an Atari. Oh man. See, I never played those. But I've seen them though. I've seen like the consoles themselves. I just never, touched one. And then later on in life, I got the freaking color Game Boy when they came out with the color Game Boy. So I have the yellow one, and then the Game Boy SP, the ones that flip. They're kind of like a flip phone. They flip. I have the red one because they came in different colors. So the first game, well, the games that I usually loved playing on the Super NES back in the day, you guys and girls, was Super Mario World, Yoshi's Cookie, which I still have, Mario is Missing, which I still have. Not a lot of people know about that game. It's a game where Mario basically got jacked. And so Luigi is traveling all over the world asking for directions. Have you seen my brother? Have you seen, who's taken him? So you're traveling all over the world looking for Mario, basically. Ultimate Tron says I'm old as dirt. So, yeah, I have that. I played that on Super NES. Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Mortal Kombat, the original, which I still have. Funny story with the original Mortal Kombat on the Super NES. I told my mom I wanted that game, right? So she wrote me a note to show the person at the store and gave me her card, right? And she was like, just in case they ask about your age and ask if, your parents gave you permission to play it, they can call me, right? So I remember going up to the guy and he's like, Mortal Kombat, is that it? I'm like, yes, sir. And then he was like looking at me because he was looking at the age on the game, and he was like, you look old enough. I'm like, okay, like I wasn't in that age range, but okay. He's like, you look old enough. And so he, sold him the game. I'm like, cool. So I remember playing on Mortal Kombat. like constantly. Street Fighter, those were my main fighting games back in the day, y'all. Was the Street Fighters, the Mortal Kombats, and then I played the arcades of Streets of Rage, Fatal Fury, and then what's that one game? I keep forgetting the name of it, but you go like in time, and you can like decapitate, well, and cut off limbs of your players. It's a fighting game, but each fighter was different. There was even one dude with a chainsaw in his hand. I can't think of the name of the game, but that was like one of my favorites. Like, and my arcade was actually at the movie theater. Because my mom was a movie head, and every time she would take me to the movies and we had to wait to watch a movie, we have to wait like an hour or maybe a couple of hours. She would take me there early so I can play on the arcade. So she'll give me like a roll, a roll of quarters, maybe one or two of them, and I would just play my tail off. All these different pinball machines, arcades. That was like heaven for me as a kid. And then I was one of those kids that would go at the, be at the grocery store. Those gaming magazines that would come with the demos and stuff. Like if there was codes like for freaking Mortal Kombat, for example, and my mom was like, no, I can't buy you that magazine, it's too expensive, whatever, I would bring a piece of paper with me to the store and a pen and write down the codes, and then I would hold on to them, and then I would take it to the movie theater where all the arcades are and try out the fatalities in Mortal Kombat or whatever. And I would literally, I kid you not, I had kids surrounding me watching me play Mortal Kombat, and they were like, oh my gosh, how did you do that with Sonya? How did you do her fatality? I said, I just practiced and I have the moves right here. They're like, and then one of the boys was like, I didn't know girls could play or I didn't know girls played Mortal Kombat or something like that. That was back in the day when boys were like shocked that girls played certain games, what I mean? In my mind, I'm thinking we all did, but apparently some guys were like, I didn't know, like, they're all impressed, like, yo, you pretty good for a girl. I'm like, thank you. Lots of practice. So yeah, that was my childhood. And then there are systems that I did not own, like the Sega Saturn, Sega CD, stuff like that, but luckily it was a blessing we had neighbors that owned those consoles. So that was actually how I experienced Road Rash. One of my neighbor's kids owned a Sega CD, and they had Road Rash. That was the very first time I tried Road Rash. I was like, this game is metal, like what the heck? And then they were teaching me how to play it. They were like, yeah, you just knock the person off the bike with the weapon. And I'm like, are you serious? That is so cool. So yeah, that I don't know why this video is not playing, but anyway, so yeah, that was one of the games I experienced on freaking Sega CD, and Sega Saturns, because I never owned those consoles. I was mostly into like the Super NES and then the PlayStation 2 I didn't get until later. Now PlayStation 2, that was the only PlayStation I've owned in my whole entire life. I haven't bought any more after that. PlayStation 2 was special because they had a lot of games back in the day that came out consistently, and they had a good variety of games. Shadow of the Colossus is the reason why I bought PlayStation 2, and I still own that game. My PlayStation 2 unfortunately went night-night like maybe 4 years ago, and I hardly played on it. Spooky in the Dirt is pretty old, but I hardly played on it. I took care of it, but all of a sudden years later the PlayStation said no. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's it. But Shadow of the Colossus, that game was very special to me, and I know they have games related to that game, well, other games like Eco, and then the one where the boy is riding on that dog looking thing, that's related to Shadow of the Colossus. But Shadow Colossus, when I first played it, reminded me of life. The Colossus reminded me basically of the obstacles that you come across in life. Like, life can become intimidating, it can become overwhelming, just like the giants that you fight, the Colossus and Shadow Colossus. They're like, they come in different shapes and sizes. They're intimidating in their own way, but if you're brave enough to conquer life, you can conquer anything. So it's like when I played Shadow of the Colossus and I slaughtered those Colossus, I think there was, gosh, I haven't played it in years, 12 or 13 Colossus, I think, that you had to fight through. And then, of course, at the end, it was emotional, you know? But yeah, that game was deep for me because, again, it reminded me of life, man. No matter how hard life gets, you can push and battle through anything. That's how I interpreted Shadow of the Colossus. Especially when the main character was fighting for the love of his life. You know, I was laying up in that temple, trying to survive. So yeah, that game was really deep, and I really hold it dear to my heart. And then another awesome game on PlayStation 2. Oh, Ultimate Tron says, yeah, I have so many PlayStation 2 games. Oh, I bet. Spooky says, I'm old as when Jesus played quarterback for Drew. You need to stop. You are too much. But anyway, I remember one of my friends gave me a game called Red Faction. I never beat it, but I remember I was addicted to that game on the PlayStation 2. Red Faction was pretty fun. And then let's see, Dreamcast. I'm gonna move on to the Dreamcast now. Sonic Adventures 1 and 2. Those games were metal on the Dreamcast, okay? Like, so you know the memory cards that you take, that you can take out and you can, like, I don't know, it depends on the game. Like with Sonic Adventures, right? They had it to where you can take care of the little chows. I think that's what they were called, little chows. And you can like feed them, play with them, or whatever on those Dreamcast memory cards. I used to take those memory cards with me to school. So I'll be on the bus like playing with it. And then my friends were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm feeding my chows. What the heck? They were like, what the hell's a chow? I said, have you played Sonic Adventures on Dreamcast? I don't have a Dreamcast. I'm like, oh, never mind. And then I showed them. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I was like, I know, right? And so, of course, I had to like not mess with it when I was in school and everything. But yeah, I was one of those kids that took my Game Boys and stuff to school. Now, the stupid thing that I've done that I regret is I used to own a Sega Game Gear. Another little handheld Sega Game Gear, that bulky, meaty thing. I had like 3 games up on there, and I let some dude that I liked in junior high, okay, borrow the Sega Game Gear and my 3 games, right? That was dumb, very dumb, and I learned my lesson. The next day, he was like talking about I got expelled, you know, I got caught doing this, and I'm like, are you serious? I said, well, am I gonna get my game back? He's, oh yeah, I'll bring it. I'll try and bring it back like after school tomorrow or whatever. Never seen him again or my Game Gear again. So I was like, oh man, that sucks. And I didn't tell my mom either because she paid her hard-earned cash to get me that. Never told her. So yeah, because I felt bad about it, and I was like, I took responsibility. You know, this was junior high. So I took responsibility for what I did. I was like, you know what? I let him borrow it. I'm not going to see it again. It is what it is. Moving on. That's the reality. So, and I'm the type of person that if I make a mistake, I own up to it. I don't whinge about it like, I messed up, you know. So it's like, well, I can't do nothing about it. Moving on. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I miss it though. Having the Sega Game Gear was awesome. And then the GameCube. Moving on to the GameCube, you guys. I don't know if you guys still own a GameCube, but one of the games that not a lot of people's heard of, it's underrated in my opinion, it was called PN03. Basically, it's called Project Number 03. Basically, it's about this chick, right? That's fighting a lot of, you can research it on YouTube if you're curious about that Project Number game. Basically, it's a chick with short hair. She wears like goggles or whatever. And she has different types of suits with different types of abilities. And she's fighting mostly robots because it takes place in the future. But she got a job from somebody mysterious. She didn't see their face or anything, but this mysterious person gave them a job to take out all these robots and everything, and was slowly but surely explaining to her like what she needed to do and why she was doing it. And so the different suits that you get as you progress throughout the game are so freaking tight, and she listens to music while she battles these robots, and there's lasers that come out of her hands. So she's like dancing, right? And then she's like posing while she dances, like while she's shooting the lasers, and she's like bending her body in different positions while she's shooting. And I thought that was really creative. And she does like a cartwheel, you know, when she's dodging, and then she'll shoot, you know. Very athletic character. Did I just snort? Wow. So anyway, yeah, so you get different types of suits. I forgot how many suits she has in that game, but all the movements are different too as you apply them. But yeah, at the end of the game, there's like a twist. There's a twist at the end of the game, which is gave me the chills. Like, wait, what? Anyway. So those are like a few of the systems that I have and own in games that I've enjoyed on those systems, basically. See, what else was I going to talk about? So, I forgot to explain where I'm originally from. So I'm originally from Anchorage, Alaska, born and raised. Alaska, people here, because I live in Cali, right? So I've been in Cali for like 19 years. I haven't gone back home to Alaska. I haven't visited or anything yet. But my reason for moving to California is because my mom passed away, and I had to start over, basically. So that's how I moved to California. Do I miss Alaska? Hell yes. Would I ever go back to live there? Hell yes. But if that doesn't happen, then I'll move somewhere else cold. Because I don't do heat. I don't like heat. Yeah. But Alaska's pretty cool. If you haven't visited Alaska at all, you guys, you gotta go visit Alaska. It's pretty cool. Growing up, seeing the aurora borealis in the skies, and every night, clean air. Oh, I'm so spoiled with clean air up there. Oh my gosh. Because after you move to Cali, it's like, what's that smell? Like, it's nothing but like a dust ball, like bad air. But that depends. But anyway, Alaska is really beautiful. Seeing moose in your yard is very common. It's kind of like seeing a stray dog in your yard. As long as you don't bother the moose, they won't bother you. I've been sniffed by a moose before in high school. I was going to the bus stop in the morning, and a baby moose was coming out of my neighbor's driveway. And animals can smell fear. So if you feel scared, they're going to feel scared, and they're going to freak out, right? So on my way to the bus stop, I was like, oh crap. And I had like some strawberry body spray on me. Raspberry, my bad. And I was like, oh crap, this thing's going to trample me to death. That's like my first thought. And I'm like, go limp. That was like my second thought, right? So as this moose was approaching me, okay, I just stood my ground. I stayed still, kept looking forward, and the moose sniffed my left side, sniffed my arm, and it went, it sneezed, and then it kept walking. And I was like, oh. And then I looked back to see Monkey Punch. Welcome. What an awesome surprise, man. It's good to see you. Tron says, I don't like the cold. I need heat. Oh, I don't do heat, brother. I'm cold. I love the cold. Oh my gosh. Every time fall's around, I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's real nice. That was supposed to be my Bernie Mac voice. But anyway, I love it. But yeah, so after the buzz came, you guys, I saw the mama moose coming down our neighbor's driveway. I was like, oh my gosh, that was like way too close for comfort. So, but that's Alaska life for you. Then I had a neighbor that lived on the other side down the street from us, right? He owned a husky and he owned a wolf, right? But he had to release the wolf, of course, in his own natural habitat when it reached a certain age and peak. But the wolf was beautiful, very beautiful. Had like a brown coat with white streaks, and he had blue eyes. And then this husky had one blue eye, one brown eye, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, just Alaska is just beautiful. So again, if you haven't visited Alaska, you gotta visit Alaska. I want to take a cruise back home and look at, like, I was born and raised there and I still haven't seen everything. So I would like to take a cruise and just, you know, explore everything. And then they have the Iditarods there, which is the dog sled race once a year up there, which is nice. It's really cool. And then they, of course, they have powwows up there. Never been to a powwow. Those years I've been up there, never been to a powwow. And I'm also black, obviously. Black, and then I have Cherokee in me. I have Irish in me, German, white. That's all I know so far. I probably have some other stuff in me, but I'm definitely have Cherokee because my great mother was Cherokee. So, and I have her cheekbones. So, let's see. I love cold. Yeah, stand the heat. You can always regular the winter. Oh, oh, I know you love the cold. But yeah, it's Alaska life is. It's. I miss it. I really do. But yeah. But yeah, as for games, video games, I am into fighting games a lot. I love fighting games. I feel that's like my jam. I love fighting games. Shooters, I love shooters. That's another thing I'm really good at that I developed over the years because I used to suck at sniping a lot, but I used to be in a Spooky says, so what you are saying, babe, is you are bits a bits of this and a bits of that. Yes, my love, I am. I used to be in a Halo clan years ago. For those that do not know, I used to be in a Halo clan. There was 40 of us in a clan. We would be in an Xbox party, all 40 of us, but we had a system. So whoever was talking, the leader would be like, he'll say something that was like a not a password, but like a word that people would know, like, oh, we gotta be quiet, so and so's talking, type of thing. So everybody had to be quiet, all in unison while that person's talking. It was an awesome system, something that not a lot of people can do. But we used to like create freaking maps. Well, certain people in the clan would create like sniping maps, rocket maps, whatever that we needed to be better in skill wise. So like I sucked at sniping. I hated sniping. That's because I sucked at it. And so when they created freaking sniping maps, I started getting better. I started getting so good that I was able to no scope. That's how good I started getting. And then when it came to like playing Gears of War, right, for example, all that sniping I did in Halo paid off because even in Gears I started getting better to the part I can no scope. So yeah, that was very helpful, playing with my clan back then, doing our thing. So that was really cool. But yeah, there was 40 of us. We even did a machinima, like voice acting stuff. So there was a few leaders in the clan that I think is still on YouTube somewhere. But one of these days I'll pull it up, or blah blah blah. I'll pull it up and you guys can watch it. It was kind of like Red versus Blue inspired. But yeah, they did like a machinima, and I played like a. I was so mad at him. One of my friends, who was one of the leaders, he wanted me to play like a Valley Girl or something, because he was like, "You can do a Valley Girl like impersonation like that. That's really good." I was like, "I do not want to be a Valley Girl. Why?" He's like, "Just be the Valley Girl." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So anyway, I did the Valley Girl, and I can't think of the name of the character I played, but the machinima overall turned out really well. It was really good. It was funny, but again, it was like Red versus Blue inspired, if you guys know what Red versus Blue is. But yeah, it was pretty cool. But I'll try and find it, and then I can share it on here. It was pretty cool. But yeah, the Halo clan parted ways over time due to people getting married, school, work, whatever. Everybody was, growing, doing their own thing. So there was no more clan. And then I teamed up with some guys that I'm still friends with till this day, but they're on the PlayStation now. Because I remember I took a break from Xbox for like most of the year. And then I came back and I'm like, why haven't I seen you guys on Xbox? Oh, they're, Trin, we on PlayStation. I said, what? And you didn't tell me? They're like, oh, my bad. I'm like, so I was like, well, enjoy your PlayStation. I'll be over here on Xbox. They were like, all right, that's cool. So they're enjoying their PlayStation, which is cool, That was back when I used to play Destiny a lot. So I played like the original Destiny, and then I played the second, of course. But I haven't played Destiny, and it's been a minute. I'm like 4 or 5 DLCs behind. All right, Princess Zelda. Excuse me. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. Get lots of rest. I'm like 4 DLCs behind on Destiny, so I need to catch up. Last time I played it was what after happened to Cade. I was highly pissed about that. So yeah, after what happened to Cade at the time, I stopped playing Destiny. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. So yeah, after that I just stuck with games like Apex, and I was really good with Apex. I stopped playing it because the shield is BS on there. Like, the speed of the shield is like they changed everything. Because you know how they upgrade, like they do in other games, they upgrade stuff, so it's like they made the shield faster, and it just felt like you died faster. I was like, why? So it annoyed me to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a break from Apex. But I was really, really good at it. Loba is like my main chick on Apex, and then I played as Lifeline as well on there, the females. And then out of the guys, I played as Octane. Octane is amazing. Really love his personality. And then I played another character on there that I can't think of at the moment, but there's so many games. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, again, at the moment, I'm just enjoying Starfield, enjoying the missions, and I hope you guys are enjoying Starfield as well. I know some people had their pros and cons about Starfield, but that's like with every game. Nothing new. Because people usually, second guess a game or whatever before it comes out, before they put their hands on it, and people, rate the game. I'm like, the game's not even out yet. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, so, but I'm one of those people that'll play the game anyway. I don't really care about the ratings. I would try it out for myself, and I'll rate it for myself on what I think it is. So, people have every right to their opinion, but I don't really care for numbers. I really don't. So if there's a game I'm interested in, I'll try it out, regardless of what people will say. Some people will be like, it's trash. I'm like, how do you know it's trash if it's not even out yet? Tell me how that makes sense. But, you know, people like to whinge at everything, so I really don't pay attention to that. So, excuse me. The only thing that matters is everybody having fun and playing what they want, whenever they want. That's my little motto. I'm sure there's people out there that say the same thing, but it's true. Play what you want whenever you want. Who cares what everybody else says? They're not your mama, you're not your daddy, they're not your check, they're not your paycheck. Who cares? Why waste your energy worrying about what other people think? It's like high school. Why do I care what this person's saying about me? Like, you're spreading rumors. Was this kindergarten? Like, you know what I mean? So I really don't care for that. But anyway, but yeah, hopefully everybody is having a great time with these games. Exactly, Tron, exactly. So yeah, hopefully everyone is having, I don't know what is going on with this video not playing. Trying to show footage of me playing. I actually re-downloaded it. Lost in Random. This Tim Burton-esque looking game. Beautiful game. If you guys haven't tried it out, I believe it's on Game Pass. Yeah, duh, because I downloaded it. It's on Game Pass. But it's really cool. And it's like a card-based game when it comes to your powers. So you like, but you can buy cards from this guy that's like in a cupboard, you know, and so all these cards have different powers that you can use up against the enemies that you play and the bosses. Because at first I was like, I'm not used to this. Like, how the heck do you play this game? You know what I mean? Then I got used to it and I was like, oh, okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then, yeah, it's pretty badass. And the bosses were fun to fight in here. There's like a scarecrow looking boss in here. That was highly annoying because he would try and hit you with his hand and his arms and stuff. That was highly annoying, but I was able to figure him out because the trick is when it comes to fighting bosses in games is you read their pattern of movement and how repetitive they do it, because their movements repeat themselves, if that makes sense. They move in the same motion, but again, it depends on the game. Sometimes characters can switch it up on you, you know what I mean? So yeah, Lost in Random, I recommend it, you guys. It's a beautiful game, and the creators behind Lost in Random, they're actually working on another game with the same graphics, I believe, but I can't think of the name of it. But one of the creators liked my post when I talked about Lost in Random. I think it was after I beat the game, but I think I commented on the game while I was still playing it, and then I commented on the game of beating it, and he liked my comment and stuff like that, which was really sweet and unexpected. But and then he was telling me that there's another game that they're working on to keep an eye out for. I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, Tron is loving Pokemon Violet. Okay, I think that's the one I might have been thinking of. Like, Pokemon's cool, but I'm not into Pokemon like that, like hardcore. But I think the Pokemon are adorable. They really are. Like, the only Pokemon game I literally own is Pokemon Snap, and that's on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, but Pokemon is oh, what happened? Hold on, y'all. Okay, if you can still hear me, Zoom is reconnecting. This is the second time it's done this. It was actually doing that before I started. Hold on, let me restart. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, it's connecting. So I'll just keep talking while it's connecting. So anyway, yeah, so Lost in Random is awesome if you guys have not tried that out yet. Okay, just trying to connect. But yeah, once I find out the name to the freaking game that they're working on, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, it is such a beautiful game. Everything shrunk. Oh Lord. Everything shrunk. I'm finally popping up. I hope so. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It could be internet or something. I'm on the screen. Okay, that's all that matters. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, sometimes I have tech issues when I stream, but it's funny how nothing happens when I'm not streaming, but it happens when I start streaming. The pain in the butt, man. But as I always say, you gotta keep going, right? So, yeah. So yeah, what else was I gonna bring up? There's like some other games that I wish freaking came out, that did not come out, actually got canceled. Like, I was looking forward to seeing Scalebound come out, but that didn't come out. Oh, everything's good now? It still says connecting on my side. Well, I'll keep going. If you can see me, that's all that matters. I'm not gonna worry about it. Wait, hold on. No way, it's not showing my video. Okay, anyway. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so there was games that I was looking forward to that unfortunately won't come to light, like Scalebound. Scalebound was gonna be freaking metal because first of all, you're battling like gigantic freaking dragons, and that game was just gonna be beautiful because they showed a demo where the main character, I already forgot his name, but he was about to attack like this big old gigantic crab, basically. So oh, what's up, Jago? Zoom is being a butt right now, so my apologies. All right, hold on, guys. Okay. I just got Zoom like last week or 2 weeks no 2 weeks ago, so of course it's trying to be a butt when I'm streaming or podcasting. So anyway, I'm gonna keep talking. Jago, welcome. Thank you for stopping by, sir. It's so good to see you. Oh, Tron, my bad. Okay, hold on. I was dealing with the whole Zoom situation here. I missed your comment. I mean, the problem I have with Xbox and PlayStation is it's $60 a year, and that is 3 years online for my Nintendo. Yes. Like, I believe, like, freaking... Oh. What was I gonna say? Like, for the Nintendo, you pay what, like... How much for, like, a year? It's been a minute since I've been on the freaking, the Switch. Because I do own a Switch. It's just been in a freaking case and sitting there. I think the last game I bought for it was the freaking, oh, my thing popped up. Yay! The last thing that I bought for the Switch was, that Kirby's Buffet. That game is so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Basically, you get points for being like the fattest Kirby. Eating up everything. So, excuse me. So yeah, it's adorable. Cute game. Spooky says, this is why I ditched consoles and went back to PC. It's cheaper in a lot of respect. Yes, okay, look. PCs do have better graphics. They do. They do. I've always been mostly a console person since I was a kid. The only games I played on the PC were, as I call them, point and click games. Like, the person's standing there and you point to something and they walk to it. Like The Sims, basically. Point and click. Those are like the kind of games that I mostly played, like on the PC. I think I tried playing Halo once, but it didn't work out too well. And then I tried to play Tekken. I think I tried to play Tekken on there too. That didn't work out too well. So yeah, I mostly play point and click games on the PC, and then the other games I just left to the consoles. And I never owned a gaming PC. I just owned like a, like a basic, good enough PC to run games on there. And I still do that, my humble PC. So I'm grateful that I can do, whatever on the PC as much as I can. But in the future, it'll be cool to own like a gaming PC where you can do more and stuff. So yeah, that's on my list. So yeah, can't wait to own one. But yeah, Spooky just recently got a PC from one of his good friends as a thank you. A friend that he helped out years ago that was in a bad place. And so he wanted to repay Spooky, even though Spooky turned it down. The guy was like, no, I insist. I'm going to build you this PC. So his friend hooked him up with a PC, which was rare and a huge blessing. So he's enjoying it. But yeah, it's like I always wanted to know always wanted to learn how to build PCs like since I was a kid, but never got around to it. But I had a friend that, or I still have a friend, excuse me, I haven't talked to him in a while, but he knows how to do that stuff. I think even back then in my teen years, he tried to get me to build a PC. I was like, dude, I don't got gaming PC money, do you? He's like, exactly. So I said, when the time comes, I'll let you know. So anyway, I just been sticking with the basic, humbled PCs that, is good. So I'm grateful for that. But, oh, now the video's playing. Thank goodness. Okay. This Lost in Random video is kind of old, obviously. This might have been from 2 years ago or a year ago. I don't remember. But yeah, my little setup there is a little different. But anyway, so yeah, I hope everyone is enjoying, just enjoying gaming and having a great time with Forza. Spooky was telling me the other day that people were complaining about the new Forza because it's not what they expected, I guess. I guess they were kind of expecting it to be more like Horizon, but those are like two different Forza games. And Spooky's like, I know, right? That's what I was saying. But yeah, he read that somewhere on Twitter where people like to complain, saying, this isn't, it's not what I thought it would be. Then it's like, if people complain about a game, don't play it. It's that simple. If it's not your cup of tea, don't play it. Just play something else. It's that simple. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, people have the right to their own opinion when it comes to their likes and dislikes, but it's like, okay, we hear you. You can play something else then. But anyway, people are silly like that. But yeah. And then I recently, this is random. I read, you guys remember the show Doug? So I read that they're gonna create a new Doug show. I think it's gonna be a series, but they're gonna create a new Doug, but it's gonna be based around their kids. So so it's gonna be him and what's the chick's name? Patty, the chick that he liked or dated on the show. So it's gonna be based around their kids. And I'm thinking to myself, I wish they would have done something like this with The Simpsons, because they keep bringing The Simpsons back, right? Okay, I've been saying this ever since I was a teenager. They need to futurize The Simpsons, meaning they need to make the kids older already. We've been looking at them as children for how many years? Like, come on. I want to see freaking Bart as a dad. I want to see Lisa as a mom. I want to see Maggie as a mom. Something. Have them in, I don't know, high school, college, or teaching at a school, something. You know what I mean? That would be nice to see. So I'm like, all these years we've been looking at The Simpsons as kids. And Marge and Homer, are still the same age. Like, oh, and Maggie. Like, come on, man. Maggie should be like a teenager or in her 20s by now. So I'm like, if they can do this with Doug, where Doug is freaking in his girlfriend or parents, like, do this with the Simpsons. Like, mature them already. I want to see Bart have some kids. Lisa have some kids. You know, see how they turned out. You know what I mean? That would be cool. And see who Lisa's married to. Milhouse. No, I'm joking. No, but like, see who Lisa's married to, you know, where everybody's at, you know, on the show. So that would be cool to see. Something like that. But I've been saying that since I was a teenager. They need to do something to switch it up. You know what I mean? It's just weird seeing them years later, still the same age. It's just, look at Arthur, for example. They finally matured the cast of Arthur, okay? They're all adults. Like, Arthur's sister became a cop, Arthur became a writer. And then I forgot about his other friends, but I'm like, they need to do something like that with The Simpsons. If they can do it with these other shows, come on, man. Come on. Ultimate Tron says, a kid that looks just like Skeeter is right up the... No, you didn't. You are funny. Oh my gosh. Jago says, what's up, Spooky? But yeah, they just need to switch it up or something. Just like freaking, they're supposed to bring back King of the Hill. Originally, yeah, they're supposed to bring back King of the Hill, but unfortunately, the guy that did, was it Boomhauer? It was a dude, I think it was the dude with the, what's his name? I can't think of the character's name at the moment, but one of the characters passed, or the voice actors passed away, unfortunately. But I don't know if they're going to continue with the show. I don't know. I got to find an update on that. But yeah, there's a lot of shows I could see them like redoing, which will be nice. But yeah, they need to do something with the Simpsons, man. I'm tired of seeing them as kids. So what kind of shows are you guys interested in or currently watching? For those that are just now tuning in, I was telling the fam here in the chat that I watched yesterday. I watched Us, and then I watched Ma. So Us was really good. I think I liked that more than Ma. Us had me actually, it had me in like freaking chills, like all the way up to the end. It was well done, in my opinion. It was well done. I loved Us, and both of those movies are on Netflix if you have Netflix, if you haven't seen it already. Oh, Loki, if you guys are Loki fans, I already watched Loki, the first episode of season 2. So I love Loki, man. He's freaking awesome. And the thing I love about Loki is that you get to learn more and more about him, because it's like, I'm not like a huge comic book buff, because I know people that know more stuff than I do, even though I grew up with these characters. Loki was originally dubbed as, like, I guess the bad guy, you know, but the thing I love about Loki is that you get to know why he's the way he is. You know what I mean? Like, it digs deeper into who Loki is and why he's the way he is and stuff, and that's what I love about it. But I'm enjoying it so far, so I can't wait to oh, you know what? I think, what's today? Thursday? Oh, snap. That means they showed another episode today, I think. See, I totally forgot. So I'll watch it tomorrow. But yeah, because they show it every Thursday, I believe. 1 episode a week. So, yeah. Tron says I just watch stuff on YouTube. Right on. That's awesome. Yeah, when it comes to YouTube, I like to watch random music videos. Like, I'll look up videos from like bands that I listened to growing up, like, like Alice in Chains, Metallica, Slipknot. Videos I haven't seen in years, you know, stuff like that. Or I'll look up like movies or whatever, you know, Stuff like that, just random stuff that people usually do on YouTube. Or there'll be other podcasts that I watch, of course, of my friends. Now I'm mostly gone during the day on certain days of the week, work wise or whatever. And so usually when my friends podcast, they do it like when I'm gone. And then you have to catch the recaps, of course, when you get home. But yeah, so when I'm on YouTube, I'll, go up in there and I'll just sit there and listen, to my friends and stuff on their podcast. And then, I'll dip if I have to go or whatever. But I do peekaboo. I do. There's times I'll say hi and there's times I'll just sit there and listen, So, yeah, I'm proud of all of my friends on Twitter doing their thing. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing I suggest as a podcaster is to not worry about the numbers and don't worry about haters. There's always going to be people hating for no reason, especially people that don't know you, because there'll be people hating you based off of rumors and they don't personally get to know you because they mostly focus on what's been told about you, which I think is high school, to be honest, mentality. Like, if you want to get to know somebody, get to know them personally. Don't be like, oh, this person said this about this person, so I'm just gonna ignore them or block them or whatever. Like I'm the type of person that goes straight to the source. If somebody's gonna tell me about somebody and I follow that person or whatever, I'm gonna DM them. I'm gonna be like, hey, is everything cool? Is everything, I'm not gonna be like, oh, she's really this way or he's really this way, you know what I mean? So that's why I don't worry about people when it comes to that, because it's like, yeah, you hear things, but it's not true. But you're gonna sit there and believe it. Okay, that's cool, But yeah, I just think stuff like that's childish to me. I don't really care for that. But people are people. So, and hurt people. Remember that, you guys. But yeah, when it comes to podcasting, just be you, be yourself, have fun with it. Don't worry about the numbers or, there's a friend I have. Well, most of us know who they are, but they have over 9,000 followers, right? And I'm only in the hundreds, but they have over 900, or not 900, over 9,000 followers, and they're still complaining about not having enough viewers. I'm like, dude, you are blessed. Why are you complaining? If I had one person watching, 2 people watching, I would be happy. That's a blessing. That's better than none. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't have any people watching, still talk there's over 9,000 people watching. You know what I mean? But some people are different. They don't think that way. But that's the only advice I give, is just be you, be yourself. Don't be like anybody else. Don't look at the numbers, because again, my friend has over 9,000 followers and they're still complaining about, oh, I think I'm gonna stop podcasting because I don't have enough viewers. Dude, you have 100 viewers every time you podcast, or over 100, and you're still complaining. I would not be complaining. That's greedy. You're okay. You're doing great for yourself. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, be grateful. Be grateful. I'm grateful if 5 people are watching, 10 people are watching, whatever. I used to stream on Twitch when Mixer left, unfortunately. So after Mixer left, I didn't know how to stream on YouTube at the time. And so I went to Twitch. And I was liking it. It was cool. And then there were some, no-lifers that would hop in there and spam your chat or whatever. And I just ignored them. Didn't pay them any attention. But Twitch started getting worse. In my own opinion, it started getting worse. And so after I figured out how to stream on YouTube, here I am. But Twitch is not for everybody. Those who still stream on Twitch, good for you. That's good. Everybody has their different opinions about Twitch, But yeah, I have friends that are still on there. which is cool. You know, they're doing their thing, and I'm proud of them. But it's not for me. I like the bells and whistles they have on there when it comes to the chats and stuff. You know, they're interactive and all that. But it's like there's stuff on there I don't really agree with. You know, but it is what it is. So you just, you know, find your niche and just keep going. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I see people complain about so much when it comes to numbers on freaking podcasts or game streams. It doesn't matter. Just be you. Whoever is interested in your channel will watch it. Be grateful for who you have watching. Because there's people that struggle, but it doesn't happen overnight, you know? So you just gotta be grateful. So yeah, I'm just proud of everybody that keeps doing their thing on here. And there's some people that's taken a break from podcasting and streaming and all that stuff, but I just love seeing people grow. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling to see your friends go from down here to up here. It's a good feeling. Like, I have a friend that makes music, and it's mostly like game related. Like, he'll have like game theme type music in the background while he's rapping to it, you know, and that's creative. And he wasn't sure how people would love his gifts, his talent. And I said, dude, just keep going. Don't worry about what people think. This is your passion, right? He's like, yeah. I said, well, go for it. You know, life is short. Who cares what other people think? Life is short. You got this. It's like, yeah, you're right. I am gonna go for it. I said, oh, there you go. Now go on. You know, and he has his freaking music on Spotify now and YouTube, and he's blowing it up, doing his thing. So you just gotta, you know, freaking follow your dreams and go for it. You know what I mean? Don't second guess yourself, you know? It's like, you only have one life. Who cares what people think about you? They don't know you. They don't know your life struggles. Who cares? People dwell too much into that for entertainment. Like, it's a waste of time. But anyway, trying to think of what else. This whole Twitch thing is cracking me up with all the changes and everything. Before I get into that, I just want to thank everybody. Ultimate Team Tron, Jago, Kazama. Excuse me. I love Spooky being in here. Let's see, Ultimate Team Tron, Princess Zelda dropped by. I think that is it so far, and everyone that is seeing what's up, the lurkers, thank you for being here as well. I have not forgotten about you. Where's my window at? Oh, okay. Where's my making sure. Okay, there it is. Okay, cool. All right, Blurred, you take care, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, man. Yeah, that's why I always thank the lurkers, because, like, shoot, I be in lurker mode too. Like, if I'm at work and I, you know, don't have a break or whatever, I'll just like look at my phone. I'm like, oh, okay, so-and-so streaming or whatever, you know. I'm like, that's cool. I'll say a quick hello and be like, okay, I gotta go, you know. So yeah, I appreciate the lurkers, man. Like, you guys rock too, you know, taking the time to see what's up, you know, not just for my stuff, but other people's stuff as well. I'm sure they appreciate it. Tron says, I live stream from time to time from my Chromebook. Okay, I can use my mic, so I just use the keyboard. Oh man, I can't do laptops, man. Like, I can't do laptops. Like, it just makes my eye twitch. But if you work with laptops, that's good. That's good for you. But I have to use a desktop. I have to, because I'm sick of laptops dying on you. And, you know, it's like you're limited. You know what I mean? But I'm glad people find use for them. As long as you can find use for laptops, that's good. Because sometimes it can be convenient as well, you know, so it's also a good thing. Laptops have their pros and cons, just like everything else. So, Blurred says, I'm gonna chill watching one last show. All right. Well, you enjoy yourself. Shin Rock, it is so great to see you, man. Thank you for coming by. Oh my goodness. You guys rock, man. My boy Eternal was actually up in here before when I was trying to get things going, because it's been a minute since I podcasted. But it happens. Nobody's perfect. So yeah, Eternal was up in here. He just wanted to say a quick hello because I wasn't sure if he was going to join me or he was just want to say hello, but he just said hello. So I'm sure I'll see him next time. And Spooky had some things to do, so he was going to join me originally, but I was like, don't worry about it. You got more important things to do. There's always going to be a next time, so it's all good. So it's just me, myself, and I. So yeah, so Spooky was going to be my awesome guest. But yeah, Shinrock, you missed all the good stuff, man. No, checking. So just as a quick recap, to those that missed it in the beginning, my name is Trinity. Well, I go by Trinity. That's all everybody needs to know, because I don't want to be dealing with no stalkers. It's happened before, trust me. What else? Because I'm the type of person, before I continue, I'm the type of person, I'll put all my business out there on the internet, okay? Because some people begin way too comfortable. Okay? So that's why I don't be putting my real name out there. I don't be putting all my baby pictures out there, telling all my business. Even if I had kids, I won't be putting them up on there. If I had kids up on there, I'll blur their faces. But you know, don't trust the internet. So, it's so hard. That's why I need a PC. Yeah, but you know, that's what I'm saying. Laptops, they have their pros and cons. So, but I'm not a fan of laptops, man, because yeah, I'm just not a fan. But I'm happy for those that find them very convenient. But so yeah, as a recap, I go by Trinity, or Trinity Warrior. I'm originally from Anchorage, Alaska, born and raised. And I've been here in Cali for 19 years. I haven't gone back home to visit yet. And as thank you, Shin. You rock, man. But yeah, if you haven't visited Alaska, you guys gotta go. You guys gotta visit Alaska. It's beautiful. Like, I miss the air. I miss the nature. I miss seeing moose in my yard. I miss it all. So one of these days I gotta go back for sure and revisit home. And then for real, Blurred, for real, man. I'm telling you, laptops have their pros and cons, but they do help folk out though, especially if you go to school. They're very convenient. But yeah, I don't like the whole you gotta keep plugging it in and malfunctioning and have to upgrade it. But anyway, that's what every PC, but still, you get the point. So yeah, it's the cons I can't stand about it, but nothing's perfect, and that's okay. That's life. But yeah, so being born and raised in Alaska, it was a blessing for sure. And oh yeah, the other thing I mentioned to fill everybody in, a recap, is that I'm black. Obviously, I got Cherokee in me, Irish, white, German, and I'm sure I got some other things in me. I just got to do one of those ancestry, things. Because I've been wanting to do one of those for a long time. When my mom was alive, I didn't get a chance to ask her, or rewind. I didn't get a chance to create like a family tree, like get a book and, fill in everybody type of thing. So I wish I had the opportunity, but yeah, Alaska life was fun, man. It's fun. There were stories back home as well. I forgot to add. There's people that lived like in the boonies, like in cabins back home in Alaska. If you left your your food on the cabinet and you didn't lock it up, bears can invade your cabin. It's happened many times. There was a lady that took a snow machine because that's one of the transportations out there, the snow machine, to the store. That was like down the street from her cabin. And she came back and found her door caved in, all the food on the ground, and the refrigerator knocked to the ground. Basically, her house has been raided by a bear. But when she arrived, the bear was gone. But she can obviously tell that a bear has raided her cabin. So that's why they said, Shin says, I'm good. So that's why when it comes to wildlife, you gotta lock that food up, because they can smell it a mile away. Even if you go camping, lock your food up in the car, or lock it up in one of those metal tool looking majiggies that they sometimes have bolted to the ground, because they can sniff it out. So, yep. And I've been sniffed by a moose, as I mentioned earlier. I've been sniffed by a moose when I was in high school. Just came down the driveway and it sniffed me on the shoulder and sneezed. And then went up into my neighbor's driveway. And I managed, this was when I was in high school. I managed to get on the bus, and then I saw the mama moose, because when the baby moose is around, the mama's around. So, yeah. What else have I done? Oh, as a kid, I was able to ride on an elephant. It was one of those things where you go to a circus and they offered you elephant rides, like at the end of the show type of thing. So that was one of the cool things growing up, is riding on an elephant. I held a baby, I went to Mexico on a trip, all girl trip, held a baby tiger. What else? I've also held some other things. Oh, I held a bald eagle on my arm. Those things are huge. A snow owl on my arm. One of those big old snakes, like those boa I think that's a boa. One of those boa snakes, constrictor snakes. And I don't like tarantulas. Ugh. I held a tarantula. Because they have a place in Alaska where it's really hands-on with the animals there. So it was really cool holding like a bald eagle on my arm, and snow owl, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, it was really fun. Because even like, I lived near a lake, Shin. I lived near a lake, right down the street from a lake. And I grew up being one of the, well, basically everybody in Alaska does this, where you feed the ducks by hand. So you put the bread in your hand and you let them eat out of it. So you're not supposed to, but as a kid I didn't care. I'm like, they're not gonna bite me as long as my hand is flat and the food's right there. Then, but then years later they're saying that bread is not good for ducks because it messes with their digestive system. It's hard to break down. I was like, all this time we've been giving them bread, we thought it was good for them, but it's not. So now you gotta feed them seeds, like certain types of seeds now. So I'm like, wow, a lot's changed. Shinrock says would love to hold a tiger. But here's the thing about the tiger though that I took a picture with. I think all those tigers were sedated. They were sedated, I think, because they were all asleep, like in these plastic type containers. And yeah, I think they were all sedated. And the one that I was holding was like kind of waking up, and he was stretching, and it was a baby tiger, and he was stretching, and then he was kind of digging his claws in my arm. Like, it didn't really hurt. I have a high pain threshold, but still, he was kind of like digging in my arm like this, like digging, And so I was like, take the tiger before he wakes up. Because I didn't know what that thing was gonna do. Like, it was comfortable holding him, and that thing was heavy. I felt like I was holding a big old baby. But Shinrock, you never know. One of these days you'll be able to hold a tiger, I'm sure. Because at some zoos they have it to where you can like feed the animals and hold them and stuff. So you never know. But at the zoos here you can't hold a tiger. They just have bird shows and stuff. But yeah. um this thing. But yeah, they just have bird shows, but I don't think you can hold like a tiger here or anything. This video's not even playing this Sario thing. Hold on, guys. Oops. Oh, what's going on? Some states where they have it to where you can own like a what was it? Oh, what did the guy have? Was it a squirrel? I think he had like a squirrel or something, or a possum. One of those animals. So yeah, there's some states where you can like freaking own like certain animals, I guess. Wild animals. Like if I can own like an otter, oh, that would be so cool. I'm an otter person. I love otters. Oh my gosh. So like if I go to like Morro Bay or something, so cute. Oh, I love otters. And then I was able to hold a tiger, which was a blessing. A cheetah. Now a cheetah, I would love to hold, like a baby cheetah. Oh man. Cheetahs is actually my favorite land animal. They're the fastest animal in the world, which you guys already know. They're my favorite land animals. I love them. And then the sea animals, the otter. And then my favorite bird will have to be, see, I like parrots and stuff, like those tropical Brazil type birds and stuff. I would have to say those are like my second favorite, because the eagle has always been my first, or my favorite, number one favorite. But I like those tropical birds, like Rio, like that movie Rio that the kids watch, like those kind of birds from Brazil. So yeah, I always wanted to earn. Oh my, you did not hear that, excuse me. That burp was not supposed to come out like that. But anyway, as I was saying, yes, otters are cute, Shinrock. Oh gosh, I just want to hug them. They are so cute. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the parrots. I love the parakeets because you can train them to say things. Oh my gosh, I saw a video. Actually, matter of fact, this was it a peacock? Not a peacock. Peacocks are different. No, it was a parrot, right? And it had like this mohawk, right? And so this guy destroyed his cage, and the bird was cussing like a sailor. He was like, "Damn it, mother effing, blah blah blah," just cussing. I was dying, man. I was like, I have never seen a parakeet freaking cuss like this. But the guy was like egging him on. He was like, "Yeah, forget that cage." He was like, "F that cage." He's like, mother effing. So I was dying, man. I gotta find that video. I gotta. Sorry, excuse me, dry throat. But yeah, I gotta find that video. It was hilarious because the guy was destroying the cage on purpose, and the parakeet's sitting on this thing. He was like, "Mother effing, destroy that shit." So it was fun. It was funny. But yeah, Shinrock says, "I would love to smoke a blunt in the middle of a den of light." Oh man, those lions, man. I remember, Shin, it was so hot here. It was like 100. It was like 100 and something, right? And I went to the zoo with the family. Those lions were so hot, they didn't even give a damn who was lit. They didn't give a damn who was there. Basically, they didn't even get up. They were in the shade. They just looked at you once and rolled back over. They had that look like, I ain't getting up for no other effing body. I'm just going to sit in my corner and just sit. Even with the orangutans, the monkeys and stuff, yo, same thing. They didn't nothing. They just sat there like, damn, it's hot. They just sitting there scratching themselves. Or you seen some like picking each other, like, you know, the hair. They were like, yeah, it's too hot up in this piece. So yeah, animals are funny, man. Especially when you see their different personalities. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. This is the end of my pod. I have a few announcements though, but thank you again for Shin coming through. Ultimate Team Tron, the love of my life, Spooky Sprocket, my bro Blurred Eye coming through, Jago coming through. Excuse me, sorry about that. Princess Zelda for coming through. Thank you so much for coming through. I have a few announcements before I go. See if this will work here. First announcement. All right, so thank you to those who have donated to Spooky so far. He is now at $510. So yes. Shad, welcome. Welcome. So good to see you, bro. So yes, thank you to those who've donated to Spooky, and continue sharing that out. That would be so helpful, and for a really great cause for him and his kids. And then the next announcement. Now this next announcement is tight. Okay, you guys, if you haven't heard of Throne, this is tight. Okay, so Throne is for content creators, okay, and followers for those content creators. So what you do, oh, the Zoom is tripping out again. So what you do is you can go on Throne, right? You can follow me, or you can create your own thing on there. And they have like digital and physical stuff that you can add to your wish list. So if people choose to gift you anything, they can gift you it from Throne by, you know, following you and stuff like that. So I've selected Amazon digital gift cards. And so whatever I earn from that, I can use that towards giveaways, and I can use it towards Spooky's giveaways for his GoFundMe to those who have donated. So yeah, so you guys have to check Throne out if you guys want to create an account for yourself. It's freaking sick, you guys. You gotta check it out. Thank you again for coming through, and I will see you guys next Thursday. It feels so good to be back podcasting. I will be coming back with a topic, actually, because this was just, you know, a get to know you type of thing. So I will see you next Thursday with a topic. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay metal.
With the rhythm come up, feel it coming down. With the rhythm come up, feel it come up. With the rhythm come up, feel it come up. With the rhythm come up, feel it come up. With the rhythm come up, feel it come down. With the rhythm come up, feel it come up. With the rhythm come up, feel it come up. With the rhythm come up, feel it come up. With the rhythm come up, feel it come down. With the rhythm come up, feel it come up. With the rhythm come up. When we get it to you.